here today, and as far as what we're seeing here today, so from last we heard, there is a 6 o'clock p.m. hope timeline to have the water restored to the whole city. How's that looking now?
Well, we actually right now we're actually a little slower than we expected, and that's primarily because once we started getting water at locations, our demand is outpacing our production, and so people have seen that they've got water and they're excited to have it, and we're excited to give it to them, but that demand is slowing us down, and so it's in a situation now where it's just going much slower than we anticipated. So we're anticipating right now that we will be probably at our peak normal operating pressure like we should be, probably closer to tomorrow afternoon, like late afternoon, maybe about 5 o'clock. And the reason for that is like we have to, obviously we have to charge the system, but a lot of people don't realize the volume of water we're talking about. We have to refill those towers. Each of those towers is 1 million gallons apiece. And so it's not like filling a bathtub. I mean, it takes a while, and we're having to do that while people are using water. And so, it's one of those things that we're just trying to keep moving that forward. So what we are asking is that anybody, that currently has water, again, we're excited that you have water and we're happy to deliver it to you, but please just continue to be very judicious in your use of it while we recover, because that'll help speed that process along. So the more conservative we are here on the front end and patient we are, we'll get to that full recovery time a little quicker. But if we continue at the pace we're on, it's going to slow us down and push us out to probably that closer to that 5 o'clock time frame tomorrow.
I see, absolutely. So in that case, there'll probably be still continued giveaways tomorrow with cases of water just because of that conservative use, probably.
I would say that we have plans in place for that. We haven't made that decision yet. Some of that we'll drive that decision based on our recovery this evening, but we will continue to put that out on our Facebook and our city webpage. And we are receiving water for that purpose, should it become necessary. So that's kind of where we're at. We're trying to make sure that we're judicious with everything that we get.
Okay. And speaking with the director over communications on the phone for just a second, she was saying that there may be some other leaks on the pipe, possibly. No?
I have not been made aware of those as of right now. And like I said, I mean, we have our normal. We've gotten several people calling about leak calls. Most of those, and I won't say all because I don't know for sure, but most of those we've investigated have been water running down the road from when we have hydrants open to flush and bleed the system because you have to let the air out. So when you're filling the system, you have to let the air out, and that's how you do it, is through those hydrants. And so we've had some people that have seen water and they've been concerned about a leak. To my knowledge, we have not experienced any additional leaks at this time, but I'll be happy to look into that and get an update, here in a couple hours when we follow up with Public Works.
Sure, absolutely, okay. And obviously, this is approaching 3 days now on this. This is not anticipated on y'all's part for sure,
Absolutely not.
But you guys are continually working and whatnot. As far as everyone's level, where your headspace is and everything right now, I'm sure it's wearing and tearing, but I mean, you're continuing to do stuff for the public, and so what would y'all appreciate from the public during this time?
I think it's like anything else. If you were making a repair at home, and if your toilets didn't flush at home, your family would be looking at you going, "Hey, when are you going to have that fixed?" Right? And you're working as fast as you can, and so it's just one of those things that it's just on a larger scale for us, right? We our family is the city, and we're trying to take care of them, and we're trying to answer their questions as best we can, but sometimes you just, the information you have is what you have, and we're trying to share it as quickly as we can and get that information out there. But the one thing I will say is that, you asked about our headspace. I will tell you that the people that work for this city, the everyone from our public works guys that are on the ground all the way up to our leadership, everybody in this organization is committed to service, and so they've been working around the clock. No complaints, no feelings hurt over the public's attacks and so forth. They just keep doing what they know they're supposed to do because we have a high commitment to service to this community, and that's what we're going to continue to do, and we're going to try to continue to deliver the best we can, but we have limitations just like everybody else has, and we just try to be transparent with that and let everybody know, and we'll get your water back on and get everybody happy as fast as we can.
Right,
but that's just the nature of a problem like this, is that you can only go so quickly.
Okay, and so two other things, just specific details. the burn ban citywide. That'll probably go until it's completely restored.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
looking like tomorrow around afternoon.
If everything continues with this path forward, and again being conservative with our, or trying to remain conservative with our estimate, tomorrow evening we would, whenever we remove the stage 4 restrictions, we will also lift the burn ban. So those will go in sync. We will lift both at the same time.
And of course, that boil water notice too, that is continued.
That will continue
past.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that will continue past this process because, again, our system has to be at full operation before we can pull that test. So we'll have to pull the test. And so if everything were to go well and we pull that test tomorrow, then it goes to the lab, and we probably would get the results Monday or Tuesday. And then we would start that process with TCEQ, and then they would release us. So I would say, worst case scenario, we should plan on being on a boil water notice probably till midweek next week. But we're hoping for sooner. But I think most people should be prepared to go probably through Wednesday next week to be safe. We just always want to communicate to our residents that we appreciate their patience and their grace, and we recognize that it's inconvenient, and it's not lost on us because most of us live in this community, and so we know exactly it impacts us just like it impacts them.